In order to become the most powerful cyber mech, I sold all my assets in my name. Then they bought an aircraft carrier. Everyone around me thought I was out of my mind. But what they don't know is, the end of the mech is coming. All plants and animals will mutate into a cyborg, from ants and insects to deep-sea blue whales, even some restaurants. The old trees have turned into cyborgs, and humans will be based on the most expensive mechanical product under his name. Skill in my last life, I loved to collect all kinds of finally, because a piece of labor worth tens of millions. The scholar was tricked by the villain, because he was too weak. Lost his life in a mechanical dampness. Open your eyes again. Actually found. I was reborn into the friendship of the coming of Psy Kingdom. Me now. It's like having the ability to predict the future and have enough time to prepare. After sorting out my thoughts, I started to think back. Those stronger cybernetic objects in past lives. Although the tank is powerful, but it lacks flexibility. The attack method is also relatively simple. Not feasible. Fighter jets are fast and can fly, but the defense is poor, easily destroyed. If you combine the two, then invincible. So I had a crazy idea and made a decision against our ancestors. According to past life memory, at this time, the Mayo's kingdom in the north was eaten by military spending, so we had to take out a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Public auction. An aircraft carrier before there is a competition. It is equivalent to the entirety of a small country. Military strength. You can imagine how strong he has to be. So I made an immediate decision one day. Sell all the assets accumulated over generations. At this moment, Secretary Chen Ru is looking at me with disappointment. Did you sell Mr. Lin? Yeah, I won't be your boss after I sell it. Then I pulled out another car key. Here are the keys to my Rolls-Royce. After sending you off, you leave without looking back. Only Chen Ru was left standing in place at a loss. The reason why I gave him a car because in a previous life, he helped during the doomsday as the saying goes, cyberspace. You tick, tick, tick. I clatter. Rolls-Royce after cyberization. Its combat effectiveness is also save his life in Cyberdoom. The next day, I went to Mao Ziguo's auction house, successfully bought the aircraft carrier at a price of 100 solid energy, and survival supplies purchased 10 billion, all on the aircraft carrier. Then he used the rest of the money to repaint the aircraft carrier, changed to the red I like, do it all. I stood on the roof of the aircraft carrier and stared waiting quietly for the end to come. As the early morning bells at the shipyard on the dock rang, my body suddenly tensed up. In an instant, the dark sky was suddenly illuminated. Above the sky, suddenly, dazzling sparks appeared. People who haven't slept yet think, this is a meteor shower of a certain constellation. They even took out their mobile phones to take pictures. Only I know, these are not meteor showers. It's the cyber energy beam of light. These beams of light hit the ground at breakneck speed. Some fell into the uninhabited wild. Some fell in the middle of the city. A small dog in the city center was first exposed to radiation. Its body suddenly exploded. The work buddy is gradually covered with finally, he evolved into a giant car. Mechanical biology launched a frenzied attack on the surrounding humans. Some humans who are also radiated by light. I also felt changes in my body start with their own best. Comprehensive collection of precious mechanical items. Transformer warrior of all sizes near the shipyard also dropped a beam of light. My eyes are closed, looking up at the sky at a 45-degree angle and feel the beam of light energy. Gradually, I feel my body is reorganizing. There was also violent shaking under his feet. When I open my eyes, his perspective is already hundreds of meters in the air. Standing in the sea, the whole shipyard has a panoramic view. The aircraft carrier under him has also disappeared. In its place is a huge mecha body, because it is in the sea. Plus, the red sword body. My current sense of sight, red as a storm in the Pacific Rim. One book is just bigger than my giant idiom. The above version is under the blessing of cyber energy. Those ordinary beasts can transform into Tyrannosaurus Rex, let alone before the mechs. It's already a behemoth aircraft carrier, and I'm sure the most mech-capable aircraft carrier in the world. Definitely just me. After all, in this world, no one has ever owned an aircraft carrier in the name just of before I thought about it. Suddenly, there was a vibration under his feet. There were also huge waves on the sea, not far away. I thought it was a natural disaster. I took a closer look. I just found out behind the huge wave. There is 1/8 in length, 90 meters of giant mecha, swimming now. He seemed to smell it, the smell of humans at the shipyard, coming this way at breakneck speed. I smiled indifferently, just in time. Take you as a shooter. And I started moving my arm. He's ready to throw a punch, until the giant creature swims in front of him. I just punched it without saying a word. The mixed power of this punch is long wind breaking through the flash of fire. Make him. The position of the sea surface has produced a large or small, even I don't even know what kind of biological mecha didn't see it. Break him up into a pile of machines. Fall to the bottom of the sea. I lean over, and he's navigating the ocean with his robotic arm. Soon a white crystal ball appeared in my hand. This is the energy core of that mecha behemoth, able to conduct an energy check on the competitor's mech. But I was hoarding 10 billion energy. in the aircraft carrier so warehouse. You don't have to worry about running out of energy. But don't let this thing go for nothing. I still put this thing directly thrown in its own energy warehouse. Just at this moment, a mechanical voice suddenly sounded in my mind. Sufficient energy aggregates detected. The height control mech system has been activated. The mech upgrade system is available. May I ask if the host is upgrading the aircraft carrier mech? I was confused. System upgrade. Is it the legendary Goldfinger? Not according to the mood of endurance. After calming down for a moment, he spoke slowly. The system introduces your abilities. This system is called the Supreme Mechs. System capabilities are as follows. When a power core is acquired, there is a 1% chance of obtaining a unique skill too. When you accumulate it to a certain extent of energy and metals, ability to upgrade your current mech. After reading the introduction, I can't wait. They want to get more energy cores. But before that, you still need to upgrade your mech first. Swap out the system panel directly. I clicked on the mech upgrade column. Soon, a huge purple transparent panel emerged in the air. The current upgrade requires 2,000 tons of high-quality energy. 1,000 tons conditions are met. Start upgrade. And suddenly, it went dark. Open your eyes again. I found myself standing on a shipyard dock. Just when I wondered, I saw not far. There is a behemoth standing on the sea. I subconsciously thought it was some kind of mech. But the deposit looks like it's my aircraft carrier, mech. On the mech at this time, from time to time, there are bursts of mechanical collisions. And I was speechless. How can you level up and still pop yourself out? It stands to reason that the mech and the person are like Ultraman. Cyberjacks also have what's called a shapeshifter. Put simply, Cyborg and his mech don't appear at the same time. But now, this situation. Apparently, some kind of force connects itself with the mech. Stripped away, I can only pray now. Before the mech upgrade is completed, no mech to lose weight. Otherwise, even a mechatronized ant can kill me. But it rains overnight. Suddenly in the shipyard behind me, and let out a shrill roar. I saw a mecha giant crab is leaning sideways towards me. Damn it, is luck so far away? Where I am standing now is a horse. Behind it is an endless bird. How can I run? Suddenly, a prompt came to my mind that the mech upgrade was complete. Then the aircraft carrier mech fired a laser. Directly mech cancer, neatly cut into two. I subconsciously turned my head to look at my mech. The mecha has been reborn at this time, and it's even bigger. It's a giant mobile sea fortress. I picked up the energy core of the mech cancer. I wanted to throw it directly into the energy warehouse. I was surprised to find I can see for myself the basic information of this energy core. Positive energy core. Mecha crabs fall from land to the north. Able to exit through mech manufacturing. Steerable mecha giant. I have no idea. What the hell is the system sound in the mecha manufacturing cabin? Mecha manufacturing. It is an upgraded attached independent cabin of your mech. Utilizing energy cores and quantitative metals. The original mech of the energy core can be restored and have an independent consciousness. I was overjoyed. With the mech manufacturing, building an army of mecha beasts is not a dream. After the mecha behemoth was killed, not only will it drop the energy core, body parts will also be scattered on the ground. These parts are not exactly metal. That is to say, as long as I can kill those mecha behemoths, then I can make them move for me. So here's the thing, is to collect more energy cores. Let's build a mech army first. But before that, still need to know about the people after the mech upgrade. I will open the system panel to check. After the upgrade, except for the mech manufacturing, there is also an extra star and 3 mechs. This is Condor 1, Apocalypse 1, Yuanlong 1. 3 mechs can pass the voice changer on the wrist, summon, or sell back and star AI. These mechs can be intelligently controlled. I stuck out my wrist and looked at the voice changer. Zinkin helped me tune out the 3 mechs. Then, 3 cool mechs appeared in front of me. I started to give the designation. Go to the nearest city to seize the energy core and collect mech fragments. Next second, 3 mechs ejected towards the city. And I'm looking at the aircraft carrier. Name it the history of the Decepticons. At this time, it is about the location smoke billows and towering buildings were almost destroyed. And somewhere above the wreckage, there stood a scarred humanoid police officer. He had a blade staring ahead. In front of him, it is a huge male mecha beast. The level of this mech beast, vaguely reaching S-level status. Behind him, it also follows the dense polar walrus mecha. The previous series of battles, it has made the humanoid mech a little overwhelmed. The mech's energy is running out. In his clenched hands, when ready to give it a go, only 3 mechs coming from the direction of the bedroom yard. It's my 3 number 1 mechs. Apocalypse number 1 rushed directly in front of the mech giant. Then a punch. The body of the mecha giant falling back like a giant wave. Its massive body. It even twisted a large number of mecha walruses into pieces. Mecha giant dragging his sturdy alloy body to stand up. The sound of metal colliding is unusual. At the same time, he looked towards where he was just now. Only see that place. Impressively assisting 3 humanoid mechs. Bears are naturally grumpy creatures. Plus, the cyberverous plan. He only wants to put the 3 mechs in front of him now. Ripped to shreds. And he took his huge mechanical body. Crazy punches in the direction of the 3 mechs. Apocalypse 1 strikes again. See you in the next second. The body of the mecha giant was destroyed by Apocalypse 1. The energy core in his body is mixed with electricity forcibly ripped out. The mecha giant is only in an instant. He lost his life. After Apocalypse 1 removed the energy core, Condor 1 incarnate fighter jet rushed to the sky, hit those mechs on the ground with energy shells. Walruses engage in medium fire for a moment. That area became the mechanical hunter. The remaining Yuan Long one is silently picking up the pieces. Put energy. The core and mechanical discs are also all put into the master cabin and the battle with Zunlei. Then it started to fly elsewhere. The prototype mecha watching this scene swallowed saliva. I wonder who is holy. At the shipyard, I drive at Decepticons, bombing the seas. Half an hour later, the mecha beasts in this area were destroyed by me. Then I will collect the energy core and mechanical debris, all sent to the mech manufacturing cabin. The voice of the Dark Star sounded. This mech heavy takes 24 hours. 130 mechs are expected. Among them, 30 B-class mechs, 100 C-class mechs, and there was a moment of disappointment. There is no level 1 mech. The Dark Star suddenly reminded the closest apocalyptic invading mecha to the place. It has been taken by Yuan Long Condor 1 and Apocalypse 1, and they brought back a mech beast. As soon as I hear this, I won't be sleepy immediately. The stars send me out to sea. Not long after, 3 number 1 mechs return triumphantly behind Condor 1. There are also mecha beasts that have been split in half. This harvest, Bijusaber Giant Hero Energy Core 1. Class C, Cyber Walrus Energy Core. The corners of my mouth go crazy. The black bear is a creature. That's absolutely the overlord of nature. Whether it is strength or size, the bite force. Kings of kings. In this way, I've added another powerful thug star. If you add these energy cores and mech fragments, how long will it take to recreate it? The estimated time required to return to the director is increased 48 hours later. I will have a Class A mecha behemoth, 30 Class B mecha beasts, 170 C-class mecha beasts, a total of 201 mecha behemoths, although it doesn't sound so threatening. But if it is really made, that's definitely no less than a city's mech. Army defensive force, if handled properly, maybe even the mixer. An entire country can be flattened, and I happen to have this plan. Time, FLIs. 2 days passed in the blink of an eye. In these 2 days, I also learned a few things from the internet. For example, the sudden appearance of the siege destroyed 40% of human settlements. The population is shrinking rapidly, so the world formed a worldwide cyber alliance. Their goal is to unite the cyborgs of the world, work together to defend against a steady stream of Huaxia Fang also proposed. Gradually, survivors from various countries are all moving towards the Huaxia, so there's no area defense. People who are too fragile. Comparison with the existing Senegalese mecha warriors. Huaxia troops and mecha soldiers are the most. In addition to being promoted, fighting outside of rich combat experience. Physical fitness is even better. So this has led some small countries to move to the location of summer migration superpowers. Something happened. Except for this, there's something else about information on the presence of rare mecha beasts. For example, in a great hunting tiger, locals discovered something similar to a dragon-like mecha. Life in the northern polar region. Space satellite. Asteroids detected. Large and small giants are coming. And the rich mountain life, a small country of the basin winch. Lava behemoths appeared. These 3 unknown mecha behemoths. It is also temporarily designated as S-based. Just as I kept swiping my phone to get information, Yi Zinken reminded 200 behemoth mechs have been built to automatically implant your automatic speech recognition device. Obey your orders. Hearing this, I hurried to the mech preparation room. The position of the mech preparation room is at the mausoleum. There's about a couple of football fields of floors. As soon as I walked into the storage room, you can feel a sense of competition. The breath of grams is coming. On both sides of the aisle, mecha energy pods of different sizes are lined up. They look alike. It's like a mech capsule and emits a light blue light. Near the door is the energy compartment of the small mech. There are different mecha beasts standing neatly. Most of them are mecha walruses and mecha giants. In addition to that, they are all small mecha fish. Further ahead is the giant energy pod. A giant. The mech is quietly in it, greedily sucking on friends in the energy pod. This mech is more than 20 meters tall. It's daunting to be huge. AI Star begins to introduce a giant male spirit rat from the Geely region. It's the overlord of the glaciers. Has a super physique and a power beyond any other male. He can strengthen himself with the power of lightning. Arrogant attitude, but only fate is a blessing. I nodded in satisfaction. Then lit AI for stars. Special materials for this one. The giant mech has added lightning attributes and lightning resistance and named it Lord Thunder. 2 hours later, a 2-star prompt. Lord Thunder has completed the transformation. Energy is full. Do you want to do simulation training? And I did. The corners of the mouth are slightly raised. Let's play a big one. This time, the headquarters of the China World Championship. A group of strategic representative evidence meets in the conference room. The one who is talking is the representative government. This is the picture captured by our satellite surveillance. I saw on the screen in the conference room displayed positive. It is the sea area where the Decepticon Lin's Mr. Lev is located. This mech is definitely yours. Has the aircraft carrier been auctioned off? It can't be that big. It was the representative of the basin Winder who raised this question. Because their country is on the satellite map, it's only 4 or 5 times the size. He felt speechless. But Berev said firmly, I'm sorry. It's a fact. And this aircraft carrier was attacked by one of the injured options. If you have any doubts about this, you can ask Huaxia Fang, and they all agreed. He looked at the representative of Huaxia Fang, Mr. Lin Long, said slowly, "This is true. The purchaser of this aircraft carrier. He is a business person from our Huaxia. His name is Paranormal." The representative of the winch machine looked incredulous. What else does he want to say? Suddenly, a harsh alarm sounded. Meetings are suddenly black and red warning lights. Speaking of which, this is the Basilica League. We are at the top of Futu Mountain. S-Class Alloy Armor Giant discovered. Request headquarters support. Request headquarters support. The peak of Mount Futu at this time. A giant male mech is conducting an attack on the crater. Indiscriminate bombing. Mount Futu is one of the largest volcanoes in the world. Every bombing will cause the Rongjiang clumps in the crater to overflow. If the crater ruptures, the Rongjiang River, which has been accumulated in Futu Mountain, don't say this whole foot basin hits the sound. It is estimated that the entire island was a World Tournament conference room. Everyone looked at the real-time footage. The representative of the winch scolded heavily. Damn it, where did this mecha beast come from? That's where he's from. If the volcano does erupt, that's absolutely catastrophic. And they didn't wake up. Survivors with special mecha, an S-class mecha behemoth. They can't solve it at all. At this time, the representative of the beautiful country, it's so sad to say goodbye with a dummy. Although your local strength can't stop that monster, but do we still have help? Hear this. The representative of the winch machine immediately cheered up to the dragon head for help. Long Sang, you must save us. We are an alliance. After the dragon hears, you weren't before your eyes widened slightly. Against the League. For a moment, the atmosphere in the conference room suddenly dropped. All of a sudden, one of the delegates points at the screen. Look at that and shouts. What was it? Mount Fuji crater at this time. The Rongjiang pillar sprayed out 100-meter high magma spray. There are bursts of Boeing heads inside the volcano. It gives people an inexplicable feeling. I looked at the picture sent back by the Thunder Lord. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Finally, I sent the Lord of Thunder. The purpose of going to Mount Futu, the first is to test this Class S. The overall performance of the class. The second is to get that S-Class. The energy core of the behemoth. A star reminder. Detected inside the crater. The center is incomplete. The volcano is about to erupt. Whether to let the Thunder Lord repair it or not. Are you kidding? Give me speed up the bombing. Let him squirt. Transmit with my command. Thunder Lord on full fire. Bomb the crater with maximum force. The whole mountain finally couldn't bear to break. Hot lava washed down the mountain from halfway up the mountain. In about 1 minute, as the Rong River gushes out, the center of the volcano, a fiery red behemoth appeared. AI Star begins to analyze SG's face behemoth. Base attack 50,000. Basic defense 100,000. The Thunder Lord has a 0% chance of victory. Your overall strength against it. The chance of victory is 40%. Seeing a behemoth of this size, I can't help but frown. Give the order now. I want to recall the Thunder Lord directly, but the stars at this time gave the analysis result. If you recall the Thunder Lord, face mecha behemoth will enter the Chinese mainland in 30 minutes. Whether to continue the recall. This is a recall. Order the Lord of Thunder to circle around the behemoth. Then send 3 No. 1 mechs to support. Make sure to hold him back before I get there. On the sea at this time, mecha behemoth hundreds of meters tall, moving slowly over the sea. Its burning body, the seawater, is constantly evaporating a billowing World fog. Cybernetic League China headquarters. Because of a sudden emergency, they also calculated based on actual the final destination of the mecha lava behemoth. Dragon is also led thousands of siege soldiers at an altitude of a few hundred meters from the behemoth carry out a net attack. But these attacks are not close, just because of the high temperature on the surface of the giant One beast. Of the squad leaders flew in front of the dragon. Dragon shield can't attack others at all. Should we use nuclear weapons? The dragon quickly waved his hand. Use nuclear weapons at this time. Coastal cities will definitely suffer. Just when everyone was at a loss, a giant male mecha suddenly appeared in the face. Over the beast, he aimed at the skull of the behemoth. Launch missiles into the sky. The first missile to be launched. It is also at a distance from the lava beast machine. It was detonated by the heat. But after they detonated, produced white frozen gas. Subsequent missiles followed closely behind, and the white gas hits the fuse directly. Rock behemoth's mind. The lava behemoth seemed to be feeling pain. Let out a roar. This scene shocked everyone directly. Where is this giant mech? Originally, the dragon conjecture giant is trying to take advantage of the release of the melt, cause difficulties, so as to prey on humans or something. Now, it seems the purpose of this guy, it's really just this lava behemoth. Soldiers obey orders. Work with me to fully cooperate with that mech giant. Grange freeze bomb attack. The head of the lava mecha behemoth is densely packed. A swarm of frozen bombs. Lord Thunder is also on time. While the temperature drops, raise your arms high to the sky. In the next moment, a golden thunder fell from the sky, hit the arms of the Thunder Lord. Lord Thunder relies on his own lightning career. Not only does it replenish its own energy, he also gathered a lightning magic ball in his hand. Then he slams a basketball. Throw the lightning ball in your hand at the lava. The head of the mecha behemoth suddenly shot with lightning. Laser flash. The mecha behemoth let out a painful roar. Lord Thunder wants to chase after victory to recharge, but was stretched out by the huge palm of this behemoth, catch and then fall heavily to the sea. The next second, he waves his arm vigorously again. Shake the sea, forming huge waves hundreds of meters towards the Chinese mainland. Looking at the 100-meter-high waves and mecha soldiers, it seems a little insignificant. They can't stop it at all, just as everyone was about to go for the kill. A huge mech fell from the sky. Its body is like a giant mountain, blocked this beast like monstrous wave. Everyone looked up. What they saw distracted them. Don't worry, this is our own dragon, in fact. Betting on whether this mech will come to save his hometown. Now, it looks like he made the right bet. I returned the Thunderlord's machinery, put it in the mech reserve compartment, and then I turned around. A thought. The mecha exoskeleton begins a range of weapons. As the cover opens, it is exposed, and then a barrage of missiles pouring out like a flood. Target to Behemoth. Although this behemoth, the mechanical bones still exude a sense of heat, but my shells have been modified. It wasn't affected. It actually hit him. After my full firebombing, the mecha beast was not affected. They become more active. It was as if his missiles had become his itch. And I kind of frown at this. That being the case, that can only be used with this. I turn off full fire mode. Concentrate all the energy into your chest. Moments later, the position of the chest is reconstructed into a shining gold. His name is Armstrong. To advanced plasma cannons, as the light in the chest shines more and more. One is no less than the kingship of the world. The energy beam of the Gi Pai Qigong wave shuttled out. It's as if I can feel this beam of light. Powerful energy contained. The face of the behemoth actually changed in an instant. He got down quickly, like a turtle. Insert your head into the mech. A sanctuary of bodies. Plasma column hit him unbiased hard and very hot enclosure at the moment of impact. The energy of the child was unexpectedly absorbed by the solid mechanical shell. My plan. Just increase the energy supply. Make its shield shell meet the guarantee of energy replenishment. They can interact from the inside. It's a big gamble, and the only one, as I continue to instill energy. Lava behemoth. The shell gradually emerges into a white textured chain. It lasted about another minute or so, with the roar of the lava mech behemoth. The mechanical armor on his exterior was stiff, exposed the metal wiring in his body. The lava mecha behemoth seemed to sense a weakness, burst from the sea, and struggled to stand up again, and went to the anti-Tianggang and came directly at me. I'm running out of energy. It's hard to win in hand-to-hand combat, but the beast, when walking to a position not far from me, his body suddenly began to sink involuntarily. It seems that something has grabbed him from below, struggling desperate, but it gets deeper and deeper. A moment later, the mecha behemoth sank deep into the sea. Inextricable. Then in the water at the feet of the lava behemoth, drilled a mech. Official dragon. From the beginning, I had him set traps in the ocean. I want to use this to restrict the movement of the lava behemoth. Lava that has lost its mobility and defenses. Mecha behemoth. It's like fish on a chopping block, at the mercy of others. I walked up to the lava mech behemoth, left hand grabbing his head, robotic right arm raised high. One punch went straight through his head and grabbed his energy core. Pull hard. Energy core mixed with fire and metal fragments, pulled out by me, and the faceless mecha behemoth that lost its energy core at the last roar. Lose consciousness and become a pile of scrap. The voice of the dark star sounded. S is detected. Level energy core. The mech upgrade system is available. Whether to perform a mech upgrade. Estimated upgrade time is 24 hours. I nodded and upgraded directly.